Have you ever noticed that two-handed weapons in VR don't feel two-handed? I don't know about you, but when I first started playing VR, and even to this day, I've had trouble using two-handed weapons like staffs, spears, axes, and swords. But I set out to solve this problem, and after a few weeks of designing, prototyping, printing, and testing, I've made the perfect solution. Let me show you how I did it and why this is a huge game changer for VR. Using two-handed weapons in VR is... okay, well, let's just be honest. It's clunky. You kind of have to imagine you're holding on to a two-handed item, and it's really difficult to maintain the right form when performing swings. For me, this leads to a lack of immersion and makes the game harder. As an avid player of Blade and Sorcery, I like for things to feel realistic as possible. So I sought out a way to get that kinesthetic feedback that you can only get by having your hands connected by something in the middle. And thus, the arc attachment was born. This attachment works very simply by allowing you to recess the bottom of one arc to the mortise at the top of the other arc. And this gives the feeling that your hands are holding a single object and provides the alignment to support that immersion. Luckily for me, I already have a lot of experience with 3D printing from college, where I did my thesis on automation and robotics for construction. And in my research and experiments, I utilized a lot of 3D printed elements. This experience came in handy when I decided to undertake this project. But I'm by no means a 3D modeling expert, so I utilized Tinkercad to develop the prototype. And for those of you who don't know, Tinkercad is a free, cloud-based 3D modeling platform designed to make it easy for beginners and students to create simple 3D shapes and circuit diagrams. This made it the perfect choice for me. And at first, I wasn't sure how I wanted it to be configured. I just knew I had to connect a controller grip to another piece that would act as the attachment point. And after about an hour, I had this hot piece of garbage, and decided to go at it again. When I approached my second attempt at the design, I had a much clearer picture in mind, and this helped make designing much more manageable. I refer to this prototype as V1. And V1 printed without a hitch and was an excellent first draft for the goal. However, there were a few issues with it. The tolerances on the mortise and tenon joints were too loose, and the small size of these joints accentuated that problem. Furthermore, the thin walls of the arc did not offer enough lateral support for the twisting forces exerted when swinging. This made the whole structure feel disconnected and flimsy. So with those notes in mind, I went back to the drawing board. And when I began the process of the V2 design, I felt much more confident that we would only need minor tweaks afterwards. I made sure to increase the size of the mortise and tenon joints. The magnets were now as close together as possible, ensuring they would snap into place, and the arc walls had been thickened to handle the lateral strain. And sure enough, the V2 prototype went off without a hitch. As soon as I assembled it, though, I knew it was exactly what I needed. And although it won't be winning design awards for elegance or beauty, it certainly gets the job done. Testing the V2 prototype went shockingly well. Because everything is aligned straight down the middle, your hands naturally move to join the two arcs to form a two-handed grip. The tolerances on the mortise and tenons were tight enough to ensure little movement, but loose enough that there weren't any issues guiding the two handles into place. This experience has been a super fun way for me to get back into my 3D printing hobby and make my VR combat much more immersive and fun. However, this is still a rudimentary design, and I'd like to make some improvements. So if you have any ideas, please leave me a comment below sharing how you might improve the design and whether or not you'd like to have your own. If you're interested in printing the designs for yourself, I'll have links in the descriptions for Thingiverse and MakerWorld, where you can download, slice, and print them. And I also plan to run a giveaway on Discord for a few lucky fans so they can try it out for themselves. You can find the link to join on my channel page. Before we go, I just want to say thank you all for watching and a huge thank you to all my subscribers out there. When I started this channel a few months ago, I had no idea it would be so well received, and I'm so grateful for all the support y'all have shown me. Don't forget to like and share the video with your friends, and be sure to stay up to date with the channel for more inventions, video essays, giveaways, and live stream challenges.